Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. Back with another one. This is Sunday Dailies. This is Sunday Dailies. So we got here because last week I went crazy. It was Sunday Dailies, the 50th edition. It's the 51st edition. Okay, we're gonna reveal something on Sunday Dailies. Sunday Dailies, the 51st edition. This is like second to almost end. I'm gonna end this uh on the 52nd edition, and we just gonna have 52 episodes. Y'all can watch as many as you want. I'm going to end the series and try and do the Wednesday time content, kind of like a history content. And yes, you're going to see this particular microphone, the same microphone. I'll cam up and I'll talk, and then I'll jump out of the screen and let y'all, I'll still be cammed up, but I'll be reading it to you and then just be like that, whatever, right? But you're going to understand that this is the microphone I'm going to use for the Wednesday content. Now, the live stream mic is a new mic. I purchased last week. I'm gonna sound a little different this coming up Tuesday, on the 12th. I'm gonna sound a little different. Now, the one you heard me, I'm just gonna say FYI, it's the $100 mic, and this is the $100 Audio Technica, and this is a hypercardioid, by the way. And the ones you heard me on the independent thinking series, I was using this mic. I did use the it's another one too. It's called the Dyna. It's the same thing with the distance. It's a handheld. This is a hypercardio as well. I got two hypercardioid mics. This one is kind of like what you see one of them mics, that the so-called broadcast mic. I was using this on the tail end of, if you watch my previous independent thinking streams, I was using this mic and you hear the sound of where I'm sounding, and it has a tight polar pattern, by the way. It blocks from the back instead of from the sides. It's a tight pattern, like a tight little diagonal or whatever, but it blocks the back. And this is a regular cardioid condenser I got. It's a Lewitt. It's a LCT 440, but this one right here, the V70. I used the V70. Um, I would say probably last year, and then the year before that, I was using this. When I had the V70, the TG, was it the TG V70, the biodynamic, and I got this from a review from a guy. He does music and all that, and then you could broadcast with this as well. This is pretty good too, and I like it because I said it has a distance you can talk to, you can handheld and all that. I can use that on the side, but it's different. It's hypercardioid, and I like it. I got two of them, by the way. Yeah, it's gonna be used on. I might use that on panels or something if people ask me if I ever join a panel, whatever, which I might not do, but that's just something that I'll have. But this one, um, I always use this for live streams on my streams. And this is a good mic too, this type. But if y'all want to ask, you can go online and go to Sweetwater or any of your companies that sell microphones. This costs $100 and it's cheap. I have $100 mic now. The other one I got is cost me like 180-ish, like $184. I paid $180 for it, but it was like 179. So I had to get that one, and you're gonna be surprised what type of mic that is. That particular microphone is basically what everybody's using, but it's not the most expensive. It's out of that expensive, but, same brand. Yes, I have the 58 and I have the 48. I had the 48 first and the 58. I showed y'all in vlog streams and things like that. I showed y'all that like probably 2 years ago, and was it 2 years ago? Yeah, I showed y'all that 2 years ago. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. It was 3 to 2 years ago. I showed you 2 years ago around that time, and I was getting mics left and right. I was getting them. I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, still around, still doing my shit, and that's what it was. Now that 2021 year was a good year for me. My start coming back. Yeah, I'm tired of talking about it. That's irrelevant. But yeah, that's the mics I'm going to go. It's a FYI. If you notice, if I sound different in the Tuesday stream, the mic I picked is everybody using it, and I'm just gonna say it's the Shure MV7X. If you hear that sound, the dark sound, you already know I chose that mic for several reasons. Why, if I'm doing the independent thinking series, I said I was gonna end it this month. Not gonna end it just yet, but about the end of the month or something, I'm gonna time it. I don't know what. Okay, so I got the 41st Independent Thinking Series. I could have ended in April, but we'll see. We may end it in March because the way they way I'm gonna get this out the way. I don't know about this. Oh, who cares about that? Let's look at let's look at the calendar. Okay. So Easter Sunday's at the end of the month. It's the end of the month on the 31st. It's my dad's birthday. Wow. Easter Sunday. So okay, the 26th of March will be the last time you see a Sunday, not Sunday Dailies, but an independent thinking series. And I'll end it in March for several reasons. I'm gonna end the series, and this is the 42nd edition of the independent thinking series. And you can watch as many as you want. And I'm gonna start a new series for I'll probably say every Wednesday. It'll be like a live stream. I'll have the recording for Wednesday already for you, but the Wednesday on the live stream or whatever, I'll do it later in the day. I'll do something. It'll be like every Wednesday. And I feel like I'm gonna talk about certain things. Like it's gonna be the same thing, like an independent thing series mixed into a Thursday thrills, but it's gonna be like it might be an hour in 30 minutes or something like that or more or 15 I ain't gonna go longer. It'll be an hour live stream. It ain't gonna be no 2 hours because 2 hours is too many. But once you start talking into it and you have a subject matter, that's it. By myself, I can do 2 hours. I've done it before in 3 hours. I've done it by myself once, but it's not impressive anymore. Anybody's doing that now because everybody's doing it like talk for hours and hours. I'm not doing that. I'm doing it for an hour and then let that shit grow. That's how I get down. Because a lot of people get caught up with the looks and studio, all that. I don't have a studio yet. Still working on that. It's a process, it's not pretty much easy, but when you're doing YouTube like this is the certain things you have to do. Me, I just have this particular microphone and just it's not as fancy as anything, but it makes sure that people get through the message and whatever. But me personally, I think I'm moving my content around. The spring is not as much. I'll live stream less and I'm still pre-recording. I'm still doing what I'm doing and I'm still doing my thing. I haven't stopped. No, I have a lot of subject matter to talk about. And then I can do vlog streams. I can still go outside and stream. I can do that. That's my thing, really. I talk to y'all on the cell phone through my old devices, my old cell phone. I can give you information and things like that and write stuff down. I can't do it on the new phone. I don't do that. I can, but it's easy to do, but I'm not gonna waste my energy on it. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. It's not worth streaming like that. But I can do that. But I choose not to. I did it on my old one. I trust that one more than how the recording is gonna come out. So many places that I see a live stream is you make sure that you get ready. On live streams, I really talk to the people that to support me, whatever. You can support me, whatever. And shouts to APTV. He's talking about a lot. He used old girl Winter. That was by me, by the way. I sent him that clip to another platform, and she's a freak though. But she said her BBL is real. Now I didn't know she had a BBL until she told me, and it looked and her ass looked real. But I got caught, but she was perfectly built because she's not one of them that has a built up body. And like you can tell when she did not have the BBL, and I can tell the difference. I said, oh, okay, I can see now. I couldn't tell at first. And now I said, okay, and she got a Brazilian butt lift. That's what a BBL is. But she got it in a way years ago. She wasn't that thick. She was thick, but she didn't have no backside. But her backside got big because of that, and she got it, and she was professional. Yeah, she had a good doctor. She had a good doctor that knew how to fit her right places. She was built right, and her frame made it was. She's thick. She's not fat. She's just thick. She don't call herself the modern term what they call the BBWs today. The BBW thing is kind of died out. I think a lot of people are tired of that, and I understand because at that era, I would say it started in '03. A lot of people say it started. No, it started in '03 online. We talking about online. The history of it started in '03 and actually ended after the pandemic. People just got tired of them. That's why the tummy tuck era done ruined them. And I hate to say I've yet to see the ones that have tummy tucks get pregnant. They make them like eunuchs. They try to say there's male eunuchs. No, you got female eunuchs. Female eunuchs is what you got now, walking around thinking they have. They can't. They ain't nothing but eunuchs. Not gonna get into detail, I'm just gonna cut it short right what I'm just saying right now, but it is what it is. But you can't expect people to wife that. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. And most dudes lust after it online. But do they really want a relationship? No, because I know several models that got the tummy tuck. It's so many. Don't get me started. And the one from TikTok, she does adult content on the side and has OnlyFans, and you already know her name is. And they said, "Who's that?" And I saw that transformation. I saw that picture, and I said, I saw it on another website. I said, "Man, she was thick and she was all right." Next thing you know, she got the surgery. I said, and the scar. I'm like, man, she's out of there. That's just my small fetish. I'm trying to lean to it, but it ain't easy. Everybody likes the little thickness. That's just me. I don't care what you niggas say. But me personally, that's my flavor of tea. I'm not into no batik. I'm not a fan of that. It's nothing wrong with them, but I'm not a fan of that. No, I like a little thickness with mine. That's just me. Ain't for y'all, ain't for everybody. That's what I like. I don't care what y'all like. Y'all like whoever you like. I just don't fuck with them, and I don't care about your woman like that. She ain't all that. You can't tell me about mine. Y'all just mad because y'all ain't with her. Y'all niggas complain about the wrong shit. Y'all always attacking the ones that's thick, and they don't care nothing about your ass. You just proving a point. See, stop talking to them if you don't like them. It's that simple. I don't even talk to these females. I talk to them when I have to, but I don't just go up and talk to them like that. No, they come to me. It's like in exchange. And if I talk them in passing, we talking in passing. But if she has an issue with me, I just kill the conversation and walk away. I ain't got time to argue with these sorry ass females. That's lame. I'm not gonna approach her like that. Guys ain't scared to approach you, ladies. Y'all just lame. Talk about the same dumbass shit like online. Y'all try to play the characters, try to insulate it in life. That's why this generation's so trash. It doesn't work that in the world. Most dudes don't care for you like that unless you're showing something, and boom, that's how you get us. Distractions, because your body's the only thing you got. Outside of that, you're nothing. You ain't got no talent, no nothing. That's why people don't want to wife you up. That's a fact. I've seen this stuff all the time, especially down here. It's not worth it. No one cares about that celebrity shit. You think we care? No, we don't give a damn rat's ass about no damn celebrity shit. So again, like I said, things is gonna be different on content of this month, and then the next month you'll get the gist of the adjustments, and that's it. And then the summer, I'm just gonna be out. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do a lot of summer content. I gotta see my situation and see if I'm gonna live in this place another year or two. We'll see. It's a lot of things moving forward, but yeah, I got a new microphone for a certain live stream, just for live streams. I'm not going to just do no recording or anything, but that's the thing. But I like this particular mic because it's going to put me in a certain position every Wednesday and whatever. A lot of says he says, "Sir, why you got this microphone in your mouth?" Blah, blah, blah. I said, "I use microphones." I didn't get into that like in August when I had that USB one, and I said that put me on the map. And next thing you know, boom, I'm here now. I'm glad I'm using these. Figure it out. I said, man, I could have used this. If I could have had this set up early of YouTube, I could have had this somewhere around. If I would have came back, I would have came back with this in 2019 or 2020. I would have been had in the setup. So again, it's really simple on the internet. I could have had that in the pandemic months and all that stuff. I could have been having the stuff that's needed. So yeah, man, like all the stuff that's needed, you're on fire right now. But once you have the particular microphone and the units, you just basically what I'm saying is you're building that platform. You know, it's all about building your own platform and just doing your thing, like APTV said. And I try to tell them, yeah, you got to build your own platform. Sometimes you got to cut a lot of niggas off because a lot of niggas is lame, bro. They just want to compete with you on some bullshit, and they ain't got nothing going on, and they shit ain't growing. They numbers is where they are. It's the same. Like YouTube has always been dry. After the pandemic, it just went dry since 2022. I saw this 2 years ago, and I knew those live streams wore people out. You have to go back to the days of when the pandemic started. Before the 2020, but 2019, nobody was doing live streams like that. They were in 2018, but it was in spurts. It wasn't like I said it took over in 2016. No, it didn't. Live stream didn't really took off until the pandemic. Before that, there was live streams. Yeah, it was you and certain individuals. It was a handful. If you want to go by 2016 from 2019 was the best time if you want organic live streams. People had the same mics, different mics. They didn't upgrade to these and all that. They upgrade these later. But when the pandemic came, everybody would start buying gear, this and this. They was buying. Let me tell you, I'm gonna use the example. This microphone. They was buying this particular microphone that was revealed in the past, and they made a newer version. This is a newer version of the Audio Technica ATRX, but the original one they still got it somewhere on sale on eBay somewhere, but it has the black head. A lot of people say, the black microphone cup right here, right? This thing is the color black, the original version. This was gray, the body, and then it's the actual microphone without this. It's like a windscreen inside this. But when you put it on, it's like a microphone. You tighten it up, twist it. But this has a switch. This is a combo Mike. And shouts out to the individual, and I think his name, yeah, Juan G's. And when I saw him with it, I said, man, let me get one. But they had the older version one is a little different. But yeah, that's a good example. Everybody was buying these mics, I will say probably 2020. And I saw this 3 years ago. Yeah, they was buying this. But when I got my mic obsession, it all started 3 years ago, but then I continue on it next year in 2022, and I start getting the XLR version, and I started studying more that can help build your content as well. But if you look at this particular one that I use for Thursday Thrills, on the tail end of a Thursday Thrills from, I would say from last year, and then I had this mic 2 years ago, and this is called the D5 AKG. The AKG D5, and this is a super cardioid. Super cardioid is like a cardioid, but it has a little dot on the back, but it blocks the sides. It blocks out the noise. It's isolated, but it blocks out the sides. That's super cardioid. I got that from a guy that does mic reviews and all types of stuff. Mike Delgadio broke that down. He broke that down. I still listen to him every now and then, but he don't be posting as much like he used to. But yeah, and then when I got this mic, I got this mic, I believe 2 years ago. I got this mic 2 years ago, on the tail end of 2 years ago. I got this mic 2 years ago. When I got this mic from 2 years ago, I've been using it ever since for Sunday dailies and you name it. And it's the same mic I've used on the tail end. Yeah, I use different microphones on Sunday dailies if you watch the recents, but I think it was the same mic. I'm not sure. I've used it the rest of the way, but the earlier beginnings of Sunday dailies, I think it was. I'm not sure, but that is a long series. I'm gonna end it this year because I felt like y'all can see the Sunday content I was doing. That's a little small podcast. I did it, and that's it. I'm tired of posting for Sundays now. I prefer doing Wednesday content because it's better to get to the week. You can watch my shit wherever you want, and I'll post again, and I'll live stream. That's why I do every Wednesday, because then Thursday, Friday, I'm just chilling. I can vlog stream, whatever. Y'all can talk about drama all week. And then the Shabbat, I have to keep that. You know how it is. The seventh day. What y'all say Saturday, but boom, I have that. But anyways, yes, I'm gonna keep using this as content, and then the new mic for my live streams. I already know which one. Handhelds are good if I'm on panels and stuff, and I'm talking to you through this, and then just I learn a lot of stuff. But that mic, this is one of my favorites for Thursday. Thrill mics, and I use a handheld mic, and I just start talking to you, relaxing, and then getting emotion, all that stuff. But you want to say Shure mics, right? When people ask me about Shure mics, well, this one came 2 years ago around the summertime. I didn't get this till like the summertime. I had the 48. I still got the 48. I still got it. It's around. I still got the 48. Let me show you the difference between the two because I mentioned this early in the clip. Now the 48, this was my very first handheld. When I heard someone mention this, I had to get this. The 48 is actually a good startup mic. This is the cheapest mic you can get, and this is I believe it's still cheap. This is $50 when I got it. The other one costs $100, just like the one I showed you with the hypercardioid with the Audio Technica. That they're both $100. And if you want microphones, you want an interface, get a cheap one like a Focusrite or a Behringer. Um, what you call it? I got the 202 HD, but I ain't got the 204. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see if the 204 matches with this. But if it does, you can hear yourself and whatever. I might get that. I might see what's what. But this particular microphone, different inside, right? Same grill, but the grill's bigger than this one. But the one thing about the 58 and the 7B, they have the same the Unidyne capsule. The capsules are totally different, but it's a different Shure capsule. This one you see on stages, people be singing, reggae artists, you name it, all types of artists. This is a capsule you see from there. And then they got the 57, they sound similar. But this one, I've used this one several times on Thirsty Thrills. If you hear some of my Thirsty Thrills, 9 out of 10, it won't be the AKG that I just pulled over here. It'll be this in the beginning because I had this in 2022. When I had Thirsty Thrills, I was using this dark mic. And when I sound so dark and smooth and all that, this one right here. I still use it. I don't use it as much, but I still use it if I have to. I can go on panels with it and start talking to people and turn it up, and I can still use it. It's a very viable mic. It's a good startup mic if you want to start a mini cast or recordings and all that. The mics I just recently showed you now, those are easy to start by. So we'll send them the SM40. I'm gonna see how much it really costs now because I hope the prices went up. Yeah, SM48, SM48. Okay. Oh, it's actually $40. Oh, it's $50 in Sweetwater. It's still $50 in Sweetwater. Amazon is $40. A Guitar Center is $50 still. It's $50 still in Sweetwater. Hold on for a second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go on mute. But that's it. I had it was a notification, going on and what. But anyways, yeah, it costs it's $50 in Sweetwater and it's $50 in Guitar Center and it's also $40 on Amazon. So it's right around that price range, but it's cheap. That's the cheapest mic you ever get. It's a good mic too. It's very reliable and you can trust me. Now the company it costs $70, right? In stock online, but if you get it from the company, it's $70. But other places it's cost $50, like $49.99 on Guitar Center and Sweetwater. Sweetwater is the best one you can get. You can get Sweetwater. They treat you very nice. You get a sales engineer and you get all this stuff, right? If you want Amazon, you want to be cheap and go on Amazon, it's actually $40. So now the SM58 is still $100. I'm surprised it's still $100. Like the 58. Let's go with the 58 because I know it's 100. Yep, it's still $100. $99, almost like it's $100 still. Sweetwater, $100. If you get both microphones, you get 198. The 57 and the 58. Those are good mics. They're good mics. You can Used for several different. If you're into music and whatever, yeah, or somewhat of a podcast, the 58 is a good startup. You don't really need the 7B. You really don't. The 58 is the most you can get. I did it on several streams and people liked it. It's a good mic, and I turned it up with a decent interface, and you're good. You just make sure you have your recording settings and all this stuff. Yeah, my interface I got now is good. But if I want to get another one, I have to see if it's going to be any count. I'll check that out. Uh, do I want to get it in April? I don't think I want to get it in April. I want to wait. I'm try to wait. I might, but I don't know how much because interfaces is very tricky to get. Because I want to make sure if I get one, I might get one in June. I got to see if it's gonna handle my voice. I got to see if I have enough money, I would purchase it and all that. I gotta see in April because if I do get one in April, I gotta see how the billing is and all that. So I would love to have the 204 and see if it matches with my computer. If it don't, I'm just gonna use it for. But if it does, oh man, that's my new interface. I can use this for the recording. But I'm using the 202 for now. I know y'all can hear it in the recording. I can't hear myself like it's out of one earphone, but I'm used to it because long as I'm talking to y'all. I can hear myself. I got direct monitoring um on, I believe. Because if I take it off, you hear all sorts of sounds. So, I block the sounds in the back. This thing is pretty good. It's a good interface. It's cheap. You don't have to get no fancy interface for certain microphones. You don't, because certain ones you can just. I stay in that realm. I don't be fancy with it, but if I had a studio, I get the most expensive and the decent computer and the recording. If I had an Apple computer, yeah, you can stream anywhere. But I use a Chromebook, so I stick to what is compatible to it, and I do my research on interfaces. That's what helps me get the qualities of microphones that go with it and whatever. The mics is not the problem; it's the interface for this particular computer. And once you have it, you record. I'm talking about recording. I'm talking about how you record your videos on YouTube and just be proficient. You don't have to do what I do. You can do something different. You can use a handheld or USB. I'm not telling you I'll get a XLR, but I'm just saying the ones that know, if y'all new here, that particularly, it's just really simple. And then you can edit. You can do what you do through a microphone. Learn how to play with pictures and stuff. Have your stuff and start talking and then critique stuff and review. But these mics you see on the table, these are USB mics. So you already know this is the Fifine. Um, I say it's a Fifine case, the K658 or something like that. Yeah, I believe it's the K658. And I got this. I believe I got this 3 years ago. It replaced my Quadcast. It's a dynamic mic USB, and I turned that thing up like crazy. And I was on those panels and those strings. I was using this mic. Very good mic, good USB. It's probably the same price. It was probably a little expensive now because it's got more popping. People get more buys. And this is the Bumblebee. This is the USB. It has a lot of background noise. Sorry, but if you have padded walls, this can work. It's got a lot of headphones and all this stuff. These are USB mics you see on the table. That's what you're gonna see. I use them as props though, but I use them for backup. If I'm down on mics, I go with those. But what I'm using right now is a condenser. It's a LCT 440. It's Lewitt. It's still the same price, I believe. I believe it's the same price, or did it went up? Because I think it went up. It's a 440 pure. You can look this up. It's a condenser. It was 267 3 years ago. 3 years ago it was 267. It was 267 2 years ago. Now it don't went up since everybody's back and the economy's running afloat. It's actually 290 right now. It's actually 290, so it's almost $300, but it's reasonable. 290. So it's 289 in Sweetwater, all across the board. And you also got the 289 Guitar Center. Now the used one that costs $200. Now if you get a used one for a Guitar Center, it's costs you $200. If you buy a used, it's $200. If you want to buy a personal one, yours, keep it. It's pretty much simple, like you get all this stuff, and they got the limited edition of the Rainforest. It's pretty good. They got the rainforest color. I'm just looking at it. Oh, that's a nice color. I can get the same micro, same qualities. Look, another band, another clip. Wow. I was thinking about that. They got all types. Lure, they add lure to their brands. So shouts out to Sweetwater. I'm salute and y'all go support them where they got good gear for stuff for content creation, music, you name it. But the LCT 440, man, it's ready. This is my favorite microphones so far out of content creation. If you want to content create, um, I expect y'all to get it. If y'all want good content creation, if you want your voice want to sound smooth and clarity, this is the mic to go with. If you want to talk about presentation and reading and all that, this is good for it. I'm gonna use it for Wednesday too, in recordings. It's a good recording mic. It's good for a lot of things. Can you use this on live stream? People may ask. Yes, you can use it on live stream. It's very durable on live stream. You can do it and you just perfect your craft, whatever. So, I ain't gonna go too long. I just talked about a little gear stuff and content creation, but I'm just saying this on the Sunday Daily. This is an update. This is just an update of the contents coming forward. Because on the 52nd, I'm gonna talk about a lot of stuff that's going on about the allegations, the steroid allegations with LeBron James. I'm going to talk about that Tuesday. I'm not going to go into it, but I'm going to look at some videos again to see what they said. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to look into more of it again. So it's pretty interesting how they talk about those allegations. So with that, until next time, I'm signing off. I will see y'all on the next one, and I'll see you on this Independent Thinking series on the 41st edition of that. And then, y'all check me out. So with that, shalom to the people of Israel and the Gentiles. Until next time, I'm signing off and I'm out. Until next time, I'm out.